for. Long shot, but I got the reach. Pop lock, now I'm off the leash. Mic drop, I ain't gotta preach.
One-on-one, check ball.
You do know this is my house, right?
Yeah, it's my house too.
Take charge, no one can compete. I just do what comes natural. Big time shot by This is what they came for. What you waiting for? Give them what they came for. This is what they came for. Long shot, but I got the reach. Pop lock, now I'm off the leash. Mic drop, I ain't gotta preach.
One-on-one, check ball.
You do know this is my house, right?
Yeah, it's my house too.
Take charge, no one can compete. I just do what comes natural. Big time shot by This is what they came for. What you waiting for? Give them what they came for. This is what they came for. Long shot, but I got the reach. Pop lock, now I'm off the leash. Mic drop, I ain't gotta preach.
One-on-one, check ball.
You do know this is my house, right?
Yeah, it's my house too.
Take charge, no one can compete. I just do what comes natural. Big time shot by This is what they came for. I got the reach. Pop, lock, now I'm off the leash. Mic drop, I ain't gotta preach.
One-on-one. Check ball.
You do know this is my house, right?
Yeah, it's my house too.
Take charge, no one can compete. I just do what comes natural. This is what they came for. What you waiting for? Give them what they came for. This is what they came for. Long shot, but I got the reach. Pop, lock, now I'm off the leash. Mic drop, I ain't gotta preach.
One-on-one. Check ball.
You do know this is my house, right?
Yeah, it's my house too.
Take charge, no one can compete. I just do what comes natural. This is what they came for. What you waiting for? Give them what they came for. This is what they came for. Long shot, but I got the reach. Pop, lock, now I'm off the leash. Mic drop, I ain't gotta preach.
One-on-one. Check ball.
You do know this is my house, right?
Yeah, it's my house too.
Take charge, no one can compete. I just do what comes natural. This is what they came for. What you waiting for? Give them what they came for. This is what they came for. Long shot, but I got the reach. Pop, lock, now I'm off the leash. Mic drop, I ain't gotta preach.
One-on-one. Check ball.
You do know this is my house, right?
Yeah, it's my house too.
Take charge, no one can compete. I just do what comes natural. This is what they came for. So what you waiting for? What you waiting for? Give them what they came for. This is what they came for. Long shot, but I got the reach. Pop lock, now I'm off the leash. Mic drop, I ain't gotta preach.
1-on-1. Check ball.
You do know this is my house, right?
Yeah, it's my house too.
Take charge, no one can compete. I just do what comes natural. This is what they came for. So what you waiting for? What you waiting for? Give them what they came for. This is what they came for. Long shot, but I got the reach. Pop lock, now I'm off the leash. Mic drop, I ain't gotta preach.
1-on-1. Check ball.
You do know this is my house, right?
Yeah, it's my house too.
Take charge, no one can compete. I just do what comes natural. This is what they came for. So what you waiting for? What you waiting for? Give them what they came for. This is what they came for.
Wearing jersey number 2, Desmond O. Jersey number 5, Mitchell Frederick Football. Jersey number 6, Paul Norway. Number 8, T. Adroit. Jersey number 9, Johor. Number 57, Shi. Number 99, Johor. Starting by Singapore Adroit number 1, Oh Wei Ha. Number 10, Wong Zhong Ha. Number 12, Wu Qingde. Number 36, Charles Garcia. Team captain for Singapore Adroit number 13, Oh Wei Yong. Here we go, your Johor Southern Tigers play right now. Wearing jersey number 3, Oh Iya. Number 7, Pavanar Jeremiah. Number 8, Ryan Tan. Number 9, Wee Jun Yi. Number 11, Ho Yuta. 21, Ho Ocean. Number 26, Yin Yang Quan. Starting by the Johor Southern Tigers number 0, Lee Chi Wei. Jersey number 70, Lee Apisisina Dosu. Number 28, Lee Jun Nam. Number 44, Johor Terry Glass. Team captain number 12, Wong Hai Chan. Referees for this match, leading the way is Mr. Chan Wei-seo. First umpire is Mr. Wong Jia-yong and He Ki-wang.
Hi, so now we have Johor Southern Tiger with us. Is there any special warm-up routine before you start the game?
Yeah, of course. We focus on balance, score, and more agility, and so that we avoid injured before the game.
All right, so what is your team basketball philosophy?
My basketball philosophy, team basketball philosophy is to win every games and learn, and of course have fun. That's it.
All right, thank you. Now back to Ben.
Thanks very much, Min. Some very interesting questions that you asked right there. But you're with me, everyone, Ben Ibrahim and Dan Cahill. Tonight, two teams who will play for the very first time in this tournament in the Major Basketball League. We have right there on screen the Adroit Singapore team, who are very much an invitational team in Singapore, putting a bunch of players together. And I see there my friend Mitchell Volkov, the once upon a time rugby player who played for the Singapore Slingers in the ASEAN Basketball team, ASEAN Basketball League, shall I say, once upon a time, as well as Wu Chengde and Desmond Oh, right there, all ex-Singapore Slingers once upon a time, and here they're playing for the Singapore Adroit team for the Major Basketball League. So the Singapore team, I expect a lot of pressing, physicality. If you remember the Detroit Pistons bad boys back in the day, that is them. That is their brand of basketball, no pun intended. And the Johor team, their neighbors literally, yes, a lot of experience. Young Malaysian players right there. Chin Zi Shin, number 30, Mr. Defense. Chong Meng Da, Heng Yi Tong, look out for him, number 77, the man who can play at 1 and 2, and who had a very, very good tournament with the Malaysian national basketball team when he played as a backup point guard, and he played extremely well considering all the injuries he had in 2021. Don't forget, his injury was from a slip in the toilet. It wasn't a basketball injury, it's a slip. So life's a slip, and be careful once you go to the bathroom. Regular season right here It is Adroit taking on Johor in the next 20 seconds. Dan, are you ready for more Malaysia Basketball League action right here at Mabah Stadium?
I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see two teams that are fresh, haven't played yet, see what they're going to bring, what their defensive and offensive philosophies are like. No, I'm really excited for this game.
No, it's absolute. And look at the quality. I mean, when you see a team with two African-American imports, you're going to get a lot of boom shakalaka action, hopefully.
Yeah, I imagine they love to play above the rim. So hopefully we see some nice highlight plays tonight.
Well, I spoke to them both before the game, and Chuck Garcia, number 36, very, very nice guys, but in his mid-30s, obviously towards the twilight of his career, and he just wants to play. I mean, guys like him really trying to get a contract wherever they go, isn't it? As the joke goes with the import, a basketball court, a hotel, and an airport.
Well-travelled players always, it's a profession. They always are looking for their next contract.
Absolutely. And Tevin Glass, number 40, go for the three-point shot. And look at Singapore. Singapore's style is very physical, very defensive. It's be interesting how Chuck Garcia fits in as he flies to the rim and puts it in right there. You're not going to stop someone like that.
No, and it's always good to see a big guy who's willing to put the ball on the floor, not settle for a long contested shot, and attack the rim.
Glass, does he have class? Basketball-wise, we'll soon find out. A smiling referee is always a great start to the game, Dan.
Yeah, that's right. Referees like to have a good time as well, we hope.
I hope so, because we want to see the free-flowing game. And there's another Dasum there. I don't want to be presumptuous. Is he related to the other two Dasums? I'm going to soon find that out. I was talking to a number of the players, but some of them just did not want to be disturbed with their traditional warm-up. Drives to the tin, and look at this live wire right here. Dan, I'm going to tell you about number 04, Johor. He's a very, very, well, he is the Mighty Mouse. They call him the Mighty Mouse. That's his nickname. But he handles the ball so well. He is so quick and dynamic. He's very hard to stop.
Yeah, any guard with a quick first step like that is going to be hard to contain. So they're going to have to be really on their ball with their help defense by the looks of it.
And that is Lee Jia Jun. Sorry, that's not Lee Jia Jun. Lee Jia Jun played last night. And so he's played in a lot of development tournaments here in Malaysia for his state and for his respective clubs, whoever wants to recruit him. Many coaches are 2 minds whether to select him or not because of his size, but he's got speed to burn, handles the ball well, and he's not a bad shooter of the ball or the rock. So let's see. Wong and bit jittery.
Yeah, but Johor are already making their intentions known. They're up court pressure, a lot of pressure on the ball. Almost forced a turnover. And an early timeout.
Someone's thirsty already. And that player I was talking about earlier, everybody, is the one and only Lim Chi Wei, who finds a way regardless of his size right here. But I did not expect this, Dan, that you call a timeout with 1 minute and 3 seconds. I've never seen that, I'll be honest.
Yeah, it normally happens when a coach is not happy with something immediately that he thinks could get out of hand. So the coach has obviously seen something he doesn't like and wants to address it straight away.
But I'm expecting a big game from the Johor Southern Tigers import. Also, Jeremiah Cabana. He's from Bacolod in the Philippines. So I'm sure all our Philippine fans always excited when they see a Filipino countryman in their team. And guys like Jai Reyes, who had who was the player of the game earlier, they're really making a contribution to the game of basketball. Big Chuck right here. Big man on big man, fade away, not quite. Hits the net, but it was a bit of an air ball right there. Brings it up. That's very slow transitional play, and Glass tried to step in for the intercept.
Yeah, a bit jittery there. And he probably wanted to keep the ball alive a little bit more, bring it up for himself, and then look for the release pass.
how you coach your locals and how you coach your imports, because you're trying to upskill your locals. Shiwei with the pass. Good movement. That was, even though they didn't get it in the tin, but that was good movement right there, and that's too much on that one.
Yeah, really need to look after the ball in transition, especially in the early part of the game where you're trying to, get into your offensive sets. So you've got to play with a little bit more poise.
And Wei Hao, should I say, tried to catch the ball, but couldn't quite get there. Glass protecting. He's looking for a handoff. Goes for the long three. Not quite. Easy rebound. Singapore upping the transition, which is a bit better. Bounce pass. Bit of hesitation there in their game. Miss. Glass with the rebound. Looks like both teams down a bit sort of lackadaisical in transition.
Yeah, maybe just a bit jittery. First game nerves and the like.
And surprise, surprise, a Dasum on the scoreboard. Drive, ooh, that's a miss right there. Both teams looking extremely rusty right now. Don't forget, something that we all don't know is like, how long have these guys been together? Sometimes they were put together after a flight, a long flight, and they were not necessarily on the same flight, Dan.
Yeah, that always makes it tough. I mean, part of the battle is team cohesion, and how you get to know your teammates both on and off the court. And once you form that cohesion, obviously your basketball generally gets better.
Great move there by Garcia to get Glass to dance. And right now they're trading baskets in the most, I'll be honest, in not the sexiest fashion in the world. Basketball sexy, that is. They're just really going for it. Hard working, I must give them that. Good screen there by Garcia. Not quite the separation he was expecting. Couldn't put that away. Dasum with the rebound, brings it up right here. He's looking for that, runners right there, but too slow. Wait, and in it goes.
Nice use of the screen there. Got himself some space.
In the lane. They've got to space the floor out better. They are all over the shop at the moment, both teams. Really, good steal, but yeah, I don't know what else to say, Dan. If I'm being honest. The referee's not smiling anymore. That's one thing I can tell you.
Yeah, just asking the question whether this should be a unsportsmanlike foul, an open court foul, no player between them and the basket.
So 8-4 at the moment. The Causeway rivalry. There is a Causeway rivalry between Malaysia and Singapore, but this is literally a Causeway rivalry. The Johor team, the Johor state and the Singapore Islands separated by one big bridge. Don't forget the school holidays are coming up, so if you want to drive to Singapore, I would think twice, because you could be stuck on that bridge like I did once upon a time for 4 hours. All right, instant replay right here. This is fantastic. All right, we've got instant replay, Dan.
And it's great, and it's one that the referee's going to have a really good look at here to see, does he get possession, and is there a
intentional bump to the head? I think that's what the referee was looking for.
And it doesn't even need to be intentional, as the rule states. If it's going to be an open court play and you make the foul, it's going to be an unsportsmanlike. So having a really good look at who had possession first.
This is a tough call, even with instant replay. That is a tough call. What would you call it? Okay, too late. Right.
I'd call it unsportsmanlike, the referee.
My Dan, how creative you are. 8-4 right now, and a lot of disruption to this one, Dan. And I must admit, wanted to see a game of wildfire basketball just like we did last night, but we didn't see wildfire basketball between Penang and the KL Arsenal team earlier. But KL Arsenal played extremely well, to be fair. Dasum puts that away. Very interesting set of uniform colors right here by the Johor Southern Tigers. Looking extremely military, if I'm being honest. But it is flagrant, so he goes to the bench. Interesting tactic to send your most active player to the bench, Dan.
Yeah, I think they're just, both teams are trying to blow out some cobwebs. I think, once they do that, I think we get a much smoother and more exciting game.
Good screen. Wing, drive, and easy floater right there. The Kang man, he just got it to the rim. That will give him some confidence. He's another growing player, developing player. Working hard right there. Shoots for the 2, doesn't get the bounce. Glass. He's looking very, very frustrated right now. So even though Johor have the lead, Jan, they don't look in complete control.
They don't. They're just probably a little bit more effective in transition, getting numbers down the floor and making some nice plays on the basket. Now it's starting to attack the offensive glass as well.
So let's see what happens right here. The Johor team, or the Johor basketball DNA, is all about really hard work and selecting bigger Malaysian players. They've had some monsters in the past, the Johor team. Glass, gotta watch the clock, be careful. Oh, bang, right there. As he got it in, he didn't expect it. Kang with the outside shot to really open up a nice, healthy lead right here. And they got the ball back. Glass thought about the step back, no hesitation. Glass backing in to the corner, goes for the triple. Easy rebound right here. And it is an 11-point lead for Johor. And Singapore, looks like they left their keys in the car.
And don't forget, they've burned an early timeout as well. So if coach needs to address anything, he's got to think about burn that second timeout for the half already.
Absolutely. And certain Singapore teams have come to this competition very, very well drilled and conditioned, but certain Singapore teams, they were put together very last minute, and last minute organization never leads to anything good. Swing, looking for options. What can they manufacture? Kang, is that a good game thus far? Trying to work his opponents with a pull-up. Not the best shot in the world. Rush shot. Singapore drives to the basket. And that's the most animated thing I've seen from Singapore in this quarter, Dan.
That's more like it. Using some speed, getting a defender on your hip. Lane opens up.
And don't forget, Singapore are missing a lot of key players tonight. I got really excited that I saw my friend Moses Morgan, who is Thai on paper, but he looks like an African-American man. But he plays for the Thai national team. He's played for the Saigon Heat in the ASEAN Basketball League. He's a father now, a very prolific shooter. So I thought he was going to bring, this was going to be a very high shooting game, and he's almost 6'6". So yeah, you're very handy to have.
Yeah, big men that could play outside as well and spread the floor.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. And he's, I got jealous of, I'll be very honest. That's a great shot by Glass from the outside. That was classy from three-point land. Just about to say, I'm jealous that the Thailand national team has Moses Morgan and Tyler Lam, two naturalized players for their team. Tyler Lam, 6'6", Moses Morgan, 6'6", and then some. So that's a very heavy advantage to have if you're a Southeast Asian or Asian national team.
That's right, yeah. If you can secure those naturalised players, yeah, I think all teams are looking to do that.
We'll get you in a Malaysian uniform, Dan, one day.
Too old, Ben. Way too old.
Well, you got the size, so it's and you're big, so that does count. And I think I'm gonna say nice things about bigs tonight. So didn't say too nice things about bigs here in the previous game. Jean-Luc will probably haunt me for my fried rice vouchers. Garcia working, posting up on Glass. Garcia, strong move. Oh, that's clear cut.
Yeah. And that's what we want to see now. We want to see the big guys establish position, bang away, utilise those low post moves, and draw some fouls, get some foul line.
I hope we just do see some continuation, because if their tactic for both teams is to dump it into the big man into the lane, I think you and I might need a sleeping bag tonight. So, big Chuck, very nice guy, Chuck. Yeah. went to Seattle University and studied an anti-social studies degree, and I joked with him and said, anti-social studies, what, they taught you to be more social? And he laughed in my face. So he goes, yeah, you know, he said a piece of paper is a piece of paper. Fair enough. I understand that. I'm a human resource grad, so all I know about just trying to get a piece of paper when being at university. So that is not Moses Morgan, everybody. If you're wondering why he's wearing the Morgan jersey on, that is not Moses Morgan. Number 8 for the Singapore team. So fortunately, nobody being in the penalty for getting into trouble. Oh, it is him. That is Tim Van Waller. Tim Van Waller, a Scandinavian player who Scandinavian Asian descent type player. He played for the Saigon Heat a few years ago. And I struggled with his surname. That's how I know how to say it, because we must have said to each other like for 5 minutes, Van Waller, Van Waller, Van Waller. He was really teaching me how to say it in the most Scandinavian way. So I was like, oh, good to see him. He's a very quiet guy, very strong defensive player, and obviously a guy who's worked on his free throws.
That's good. If he can get to the free throw line a few more times in the remainder of this quarter, it's going to be very handy.
Kevin Glass with a turnaround jumper, didn't get that to go down. I'll be very honest with you, everybody. This game ain't pretty, but pretty is not what they're after. They're after a result with a runner, and it's good to go right there. That's a bit better by Singapore, Dan.
Yeah, tough finish.
Dasum, he's called a lot of the shots tonight already with 4 points. Can he make it 6, or will he assist? Corner. Oh, look at that, so entertaining, so explosive, so traveling.
Close though, he put that punch dribble down pretty quickly.
Yep. I've seen so many Malaysian players try to do that. It does not work, guys, please. It always leads to a travel with no frequent flyer points, so please do not do it. This is your Abang Ben talking to you. I've commentated on you guys for almost since you were really in the kiddies, really. When you're playing school level and state level basketball, do not do that. Okay, this is good. Better ball movement. Van Waller attacks. Couldn't get. Tried to do the running bang shot. Not quite there. Looking for a step back, but he will survey. He will shoot. He will score from the outside. The big shot right there for the Southern Tigers with a roar from outside the arc, Dan.
He doesn't look like he needs much space or time to get a shot away.
What a big shot right here. All right, there earlier. Now Adroit have to respond. They're down by double digits. Bounces it. And this could be tough for the Singapore team, Dan. If they continue to play this way and they don't make the adjustments on the fly, it could be a long night for them.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where they're trying to find some. They're really just trying to find their offense, and at the moment it just seems to be a 1v1 game.
Well, this is the very typical Johor basketball, Dan, which is very physical, very tight. Get those open looks, take those open shots, but run it, really run it, and play physical defense. That's why, in the younger levels, Johor have established themselves as a reputation of, when we're here to play, we're not just here to play, we're here to be physical. So I think they will try to bring, it'd be interesting to see if some of these Johor guys are not complete Johor guys, some of them are from KL, but it'd be very interesting to see if they bring that brand of basketball to tonight's game. Right now, spreading the floor a little bit better than Singapore, and that's why they're getting the shots.
No, exactly right. Creating space, creating opportunities.
And when you have a guy like that who can score with that kind of size, it is going to be a very, very positive performance and outcome. One volley was not the best screen, and because it wasn't the best screen, Chiwe got a good steal right there. Look at the space, attacks. Couldn't finish that away. Doesn't handle the ball well, Vanwala, but sorry to say this, he's a big. Bit of a sell right there for the runner. It's good to go right there by Ching De, an ex-Singapore slinger. And I must say, Wu Ching De, not quite the cut athlete that I once upon a time called upon. He had some horrific knee injuries over the years with his kneecaps and his ACL. Spin, oh, that's a good move, but he couldn't put it out of the way. Mitchell Volkov goes for the triple, miss. Tevin brings it up. Interesting running style. Oh, no offensive foul. Referee says continuation.
Probably going to be a flop warning.
1 minute to go. And Singapore just trying to grow in confidence at the moment. The Adroit team. And there's a foul right there. A big shout out to the Adroit female team who played in the female competition this year. I think it was around June. They had some pretty, very good shooters. And a very young team as well. They played in the D-League competition for the women's competition, and one of them was an outstanding shooter. I think she was a half wet. One parent was Western, one parent was from Singapore. I can't remember her name at the moment. Her name escapes me, but an absolute great shooter. And there was Constance Tan as well. Constance Tan was an absolutely great sprinter, but was quite new to the game of basketball and couldn't quite handle the ball well. But a big shout out to all those Adroit girls. They're really nice people. And hopefully those girls will play basketball for a long time, which will be great for Southeast Asian basketball then.
Yeah, it will be. Singapore are getting to the foul line quite a lot, which is pleasing. It's allowed them just to hang around this quarter.
Well, I think that's the tactic. Get the steal, transition. Here we go. They've got the IQ to do it, but whether they have the fitness and conditioning to execute it, that's another story. Volkov, Mitchell. He's a strong player, not blessed with size, but he's tough as nails. And he's looking a little bit rusty right here, Mitchell Volkov.
Yeah, determined to get that ball into the post then.
Memory serves me right, Mitchell Volkov has a diploma in tourism studies. And he runs a gym. He ran a gym business once upon a time in Singapore. So knowledge coming back to me about these guys. I haven't seen them in a long time because of the pandemic, but it's great to see them in action. Foul 2 shots, so there you go, Dan. Production at the stripe.
Okay, and the bonus is going to help.
And this is Desmond O, once upon a time the captain of the Singapore Slingers. And if I'm being honest, he's not quite the fine, trim athlete that I used to call once upon a time. He's a dad. And you could argue some of these guys would have very athletic, fatherly bodies.
Dad bod.
Dad bod. That's the one. You said it, not me. I've got a dad. I am the epitome of dad bods. Okay, so still trying to be handsome, as the Malaysian joke always says, and that's a Singaporean joke as well. Very similar with our puns and our jokes. But great to see. Desmond was once upon a time a great perimeter defender. He was so pesky in defense. It's that, you know, psychologically you just wanted to like scream at him because he was great at what he did. But great to see him back in action as well. It's only 17-23. They're only down by 6 points, 2 possessions. Tevin with a step back 2 didn't quite make it, and that is the end of the first quarter. 23 points to Johor Southern Tigers, Singapore Adroit 17. Let's be honest, Dan, that wasn't, you know, the greatest exciting game in the world, but both teams are really improving and coming into it.
Yeah, two teams that haven't played before, as you suggested, the Singapore team probably being put together at the last minute, trying to find some on-court cohesion. But, you know, they just kept plugging away, and that's why the score is as close as it is. Got to the line a lot.
That's a nice. Let's have a look at some of the game highlights right here, everyone. And we looked at the big man versus big man, the 36 Chuck Garcia versus Tevin Glass. But it was the backcourt players of the Johor team that really stepped up, guys like Dasum and Lee Wei as well. So, you know, look at that move right here. But in terms of the rim protection, was quite non-existent at the start of the game for Singapore, Dan.
Yeah, and a lot of the games being played out in transition as well. The ball's being pushed up the floor fast, making the big guys work hard to get back on defense.
And then Tevin just pulled up right there. Bang! No problem. He was loving that. And Singapore not getting a lot of baskets, but they just kept chipping away in it. And one thing about the Singapore team, do not underestimate them. They may not be playing the most expansive brand of basketball, but they get it done. You know, they get to the tin, they get to the charity stripe, they put their free throws, they can their free throws, and they're just there at you. And I mean, I just feel that Johor should be up by a lot more, but Johor, they've missed some gimmies as well, but they are the more athletic side.
Yeah, they are, and you know they look like the more cohesive side at the moment. They're into their sets a little bit earlier. They're running hard, pushing the ball up the floor with speed, getting on the rack. It's going to be interesting to see how Singapore come out of this quarter time break and what adjustments they've been making.
This is number 10, Jonathan Wong. The man who will, well, I wouldn't say that, that's a bit too much, but he used to play for the KL Dragons. He is actually Singaporean, but he used to play for the KL Dragons. He was a pretty good shooting guard. He's a decent shooter as well, but couldn't get there. Jonathan Wong. He plays with a great swagger and confidence about him, which is what you love to see. But he always had issues with Coach Jamie Perlman because he wanted to start every game, and Coach Jamie Perlman at that time, he had the competition for point guards was tough. So Coach Jamie Perlman just said to him, compete.
Yeah, and look, there's a reason. There's a six-man award. Just be
Yeah, I chased that award once upon a time. Thank you very much. So a lot of these guys are from the Blast. They should be called the Singapore team, the Blast from the Past team, because a lot of them have not played in a while. It's great to see them, though. It's great to see them. Garcia, the man who loves the rainy city of Seattle. Can he make it rain here tonight? Goes for the three. No. Gets his own miss off the ball fake. Attacks. That's the kind of confidence Jonathan Wong is. Player that he is. Wide open, releases for the three, in it goes. Nothing but outside net for the man called Jerma Kabanag.
Yeah, and another transition three, just hit his spot.
Volkov, surveying, looking, driving, hesitating earlier, skip pass, on the drive, Johnny Wong! I told you he's a confidence player.
Yeah, that's a lovely drive, and you gave him another opportunity to get into the paint, try and draw a foul. Didn't need on that occasion, but Singapore have already been to the line 12 times.
Absolutely, and they're only down by 6, and you know what? The Johor team is electing to shoot, so I think Singapore might take advantage of this and just get the simple baskets. Garcia, big Chuck. Chuck in the lane, Chuck scores and puts it away.
Quick baseline, post spin move. Got his own rebound.
Dasum thought about the pull-up with the kick. Fires. Boom! Cans it in from the outside right there. Knocks it down from Maba downtown.
Singapore have to be very careful about helping off the Johor shooters. Just dig down, but make sure that you can get out to close out to those shooters.
Good move there by Desmond. The Johor team making some adjustments. They want to keep it fresh. 28-21. Screen by Glass. Driving in the lane. Up for the scoop shot and in. Courageous move right there by the little man.
Great screen by Glass as well.
Johnny on the spot. There it is. Come on, telling me you're not impressed a little bit, Dan.
I'm impressed a lot. Not a lot of defense being played at the moment in transition, that's for sure.
Well, I think both teams opened the door, the door and throw that defensive key away. So someone get the keys back. Because at the moment it's entertaining, but it's a bit depressing when you don't play your defense, Chuck. Because great. Tried to set up the pocket pass right there. Alley-oop! And Chiwei trying to be that John Stockton type player. Look at this. Dan.
Nice 2-on-1 situation. Maybe just needed to simplify it a little bit.
It's interesting that the Singapore team only have 11 players, so they don't have a full roster. So they're working with what they've got. Almost went in right there, but Glass, Dasum, back to Glass. Where's the backdoor cut? Glass will drive. Well read right there. Goes again. No. That's good hustle there. Defensive hustle there, Dan, by Singapore.
Yeah, great. Yeah. Even though Johor got second chance at it, Singapore just kept going. And now transition points for them as well. Good defensive stop.
7 points, and if they can get it to Garcia, he's been playing well, not in foul trouble. I think they can make a game of this. Their tactics will be a bit one-dimensional today, but doesn't matter. Goes for the three. Miss. Good rebound. Now Singapore can potentially go on a run right here. Screen there by Garcia to get the separation. Good separation. Switches on the afterwards. Oh, lost the handle. That's a shame, that one. Dasum thought about the long baseball pass. Goes for the deuce. And the glass is good. The bank is open. Bank shot.
Great court vision from Dasum as well.
That's the handle. Reaching the halfway point of this game. Dasum with another long pass. Spin, kick, look. Need a screen. Glass sets up a good screen right there. Separation. Yes! That is textbook stuff, Dan.
Great offense. Pull up a mid pick and roll if you like, or at least a mid screen. Utilise the screen. Get separation. It's a lovely shot.
The hook shot by Singapore. They get the rebound by Vanuala. Garcia for the triple. Couldn't get that to go. The putback is good. Great job there by Ng to get that. That's Ng Shin Yu with the follow and the putback in the basket. Well done. Dasum, can he punish again? He's been playing well. Bit of a rush heave shot right there, but they're out by 10 points. That's probably the psychology of it. Garcia wants a three. Couldn't get it to go. But Singapore, I'd love to see the rebound stats at the end of this one for this quarter, Dan, because Singapore, a lot more hustle and grit in them in terms of attacking glass. In my opinion, of course.
No, and they're not getting a lot of reward for attacking that glass, though.
I agree with you there. I feel sorry for them.
Overturn.
What was that? Yeah, fair enough. Actually, once I look at that again, that was a pretty slamming. Hulk Hogan will be proud. He wants a four-man play, so he wants 4 shooters outside the perimeter, if I'm reading him correctly. Yep. Glass, step back, 3 on the way. The air condition took that one. Glass bounces it. Okay, Singapore, got a pass. Okay, here we go. Here's a chance. Put back slam! And just flushed it down. Thank you, sir. for giving us a dunk. We have been spoiled right here at Mama. A triple, not quite. Garcia saying, I've got more in my locker right here. He's playing at the facilitator right now. Dan, what's he doing?
He's doing everything. He's playing both ends of the floor. He's rebounding. Obviously, a lovely put-back dunk there before.
Well, it's entertaining, but transition is a struggle for Singapore. They got to get back and play deep. Push shot. Too easy, Dan.
Way too easy. Might give up the points offense, but you've got to hustle back on defense and try and get a stop.
Well, if Singapore can make this a 10-point game, I think they've done well for this half. I say that with the utmost respect. They are a bit limited, but they are, in terms of effort, I gave them 15 out of 10.
Yeah, they're just trying to, as I said earlier, they're trying to find that cohesion. Once they find it, I think their offense, especially, will becoming a lot easy for them.
And number 12 for the Johor team. Also a John Wong. This is another man here, shooting guard, but got a point guard body. Tevin around in him. Seems like they're a little bit intimidated by the imports there, both teams.
Yeah, and that was nice isolation. They kick it to him, then spread the floor, let him go to work.
Inside, lost the handle, but gets it back. What can they set up here? They need a good offensive set. Step back triple. They need 1-3. 1-3 would really ignite this team, I believe, the Singapore team. Johor, pull up, gets it back, hook, couldn't hit. Singapore, can they take advantage? They need to move quicker in transition. Off the fake, Johnny on the spot from the outside. No, not like the good old days. And he played with the KL Dragons, Jonathan Wong, in the first year that Jamie Pullman was here. So that was 2017. My God, time flies. And now Coach Jamie Pullman is the lead assistant coach with the Adelaide 36ers, doing a very good job. I'll be honest, I'd love to see Coach Jamie in a head coach job one day of a big national team, but a big club team around the world. And I don't think it's far away. A big shout out to his wife Tracy as well.
Yeah, Jamie, lead assistant to CJ Britt in my hometown, Adelaide.
Doing very well in Australian basketball, picking up. Tevin Glass. He's got a very funny running style. He handles the ball in a very strange way, but athletic, strong, and powerful. I do know, I have seen his name a few times here and there, international tournaments here in Asia, not necessarily Malaysia. Driving out, gives it away right there. 3-on-1 situation. Put back is easy right there for the Johor team.
Swarming defense. Just up court pressure, let it get in the half court, just relentless, and allowed them to get back down in transition. And unfortunately, the Singapore lads didn't get back.
Timeout call. Finally, someone's going to call a timeout. What's your evaluation so far, Big Dan?
Yeah, I think the Singapore team, you can see what they're trying to do. Obviously, the Johor defense is making it really tough for them, but they're plugging away. They've obviously not got to the line, the foul line, as much as they did in the first quarter, but they're just trying to blow those cobwebs out offensively. Defensively, though, they've just got to stop Johor's transition game. It's very, very dangerous.
There's good communication happening in Johor, and they do. I mean, one of the differences is they've got some shooters here, brought their shooting game to the game tonight, Johor. So that's very telling with the scoreboard. They lead by 16 points. They only outscored the Adroit team by 6 points, 2 possessions in the first quarter, 23-17. So there is hope for them yet. But like Dan kept saying over and over again in the second quarter, they're really trying to find that gel and cohesion. So they're working with a very, very, well, let's just be honest, limited resources tonight. But don't forget, in this tournament, I mean, I don't know the rules of this tournament. I'm going to find out from Ki Hian a little bit later, and also the organizing committee of the tournament. Is that it'll be interesting to see how many times you can change the squad in terms of the ruling over the next 6 weeks.
Yeah, very interesting question. I mean, normally you would have had to, for a tournament like this, you would have had to submit your team list and however many players that may be, and choose your 12 from that list. I mean, if there's injuries, maybe you can bring someone else in, but generally it's got to be players from the list.
Now, I know for a fact that the Malaysian tournament teams do not follow that rule, if I'm being honest. There was one year, I remember, it was the Matrix team that they got absolutely toweled in one game, and then all of a sudden it was basically they changed 80% of the team, and they went on for that particular tournament. It was a tournament in 2019. They went on to make the final, and that Matrix team did not play with any imports because they said they wanted to learn how to be not relying on an import. That was an interesting tactic, but my view, and I shared with their coach back then, who was Coach Brian Lester, another Aussie, has just said, you know, look, yeah, I mean, the imports do make you better in terms of their experience, their knowledge, sharing, and communication. So there's two ways to look at it, really. Coach Brian Lester, if you're watching this game, big shout out to you. He was the head coach of the Matrix and the national team. And Jeff Finesse succeeded him.
Johor playing through the high post as well.
Johnny Wong trying to run it like the good old days. Spin move with the back turn, and Van Waller will get 2 shots.
Singapore trying to go back to what they did so well in the first quarter, and that's drive hard and get back onto the foul line.
Exactly. Attracted a double team there, Van Waller. Not known for his shooting for free skills. More of a defensive strong player who sets those hard screens and protects the rim, but he looks a little bit not as conditioned as you would like. Tevin played an interesting game tonight. Tevin with the runner and sinks it right there. Tevin Glass.
Yeah, I love that move. Willing to put the ball on the floor, nice spin move.
Howard, corner, fires, miss. Good rebound by Mr. Kamanag. He's still got the handle. He handles it quite well, actually. Tevin, off the crossover. Tevin, good pass underneath and foul. That was a really unselfish move there by Tevin Glass.
And it was really good of to get into those receiving spots, to give him an option to release it rather than him having to force a shot. Yeah, that's great vision. Very unselfish.
So Lim Chi Wei, who's had, surprisingly, he hasn't scored as yet. Interesting.
Still hasn't.
Johnny, not much time left. They just need one big shot just to give them some confidence. Driving. Off the glass and in. That's much better. That's the Johnny Wong that I know.
Yeah, very tough move. I think he probably still could utilise that screen they set up to give himself some separation, some space, but made a nice play regardless.
John right there. John Wong trying to get a 3-point shot before the end of this half, but at the moment the scoreboard don't lie. It is a 16-point lead for the Johor Southern Tigers, 49-33. The Causeway rivalry right here. We're just going to have a look at some of the game highlights right here. Dan, talk us through.
Yeah, Johor just seemed to be spacing the floor a lot better. Unselfish with their play, fast in transition, looking to kick the ball out. Some nice work on the glass there by Garcia. Another kick out 3, once again spacing the floor very, very well. and making some nice plays in the basket as well.
And we're just getting, as we're looking at the highlights right here, Sam is going to be our courtside reporter. He's going to be talking to number 28, Lee Kang-jun, who at the moment for the Johor team, he has got 15 points. Can you believe that? Yes, he's hit some big shots tonight, Mr. Lee. And the leading scorer for the Singapore team is Jonathan Wong with 12 points. Some of those shots from the outside, great putback slam right there. And then jumper right here. Tevin Glass having a great game as well. Playing, and that man right there from the Philippines, Jerma Cabanag. And Cabanag for the baseline jumper with a great shot. And then Tevin Glass. And Johnny Wong keeping his team in this game. And right now we're just going to go with our courtside reporter Sam for our first halftime interview. Over to you, Sam.
We have the player of the first half, Lee Jun-kang. You have like 15 points in the first half with the 16 points lead by your team. This is your first time playing with Johor Tiger, right? And what do you think of the chemistry with your teammates on the court in the first half at the first game in the MBL?
我觉得我们防守防得很不错哦。
Okay, he said the defense is quite good. Is there anything you should improve in the second half?
继续给压力对方啊，就是一直全场 press 这样子啊。
So you should keep pressuring, keep defending a full court press and all that with your team, right? So you have already 15 points in the first half. How many points do you think you can score throughout the game and in the end of the game?
我觉得不重要哦，最重要是可以帮助到队友取得胜利。
So it's not important to score how many points you have on your own, right? It's about winning the game for the team. Okay, thank you so much, Lee Jun-kang. Let's go back to our MC.
Thanks very much. Thanks very much, Sam. Yeah, you just threw back to yourself there, mate. But yeah, don't worry, we're just going to take a bit of a breather right here. And when we come back, it is the second half between Johor Southern Tigers and Singapore Adroit. Don't go away, we'll see you soon.
Okay, it's gonna be fun. You never played the game. You never played it before over here. Okay, you need like five minutes. Okay, 5 plays, 5 people. Yeah, come down. Yes, you. Raise your hand. Come down. How many? Wait, just go over. How many? Oh, wait a minute. 2个。我们的爸爸教完了 ，OK， 1, 2, 3, 4， 然后5个，那边呢？我们要给机会那边哦，1、2、3、4、5、6个了，来，不是你，后面那个，你去拍照就好。我们的 commissioner， OK， 来，我们一起过来这边了 ，OK 吧 ？Come over here. You guys can do this simple game, OK？ 我觉得你们在以前是玩过的 ，OK？ You guys must do before. Everyone, you dribble the ball inside this black, okay? And then you try to just defend it. That's it, okay? That's it. That's simple. Everyone, send the ball to everyone over here. You have to be quick, okay? The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of you. Very simple, and then you're going to come down to last 3. Last 3, you're going to be in the half circle, okay? Last 3 in the half circle, and then you're going to have a final 1 3 okay? Now, yes, this area for 6 of you, okay? Once your ball is out of this white line, then it's gone. That's simple, okay? And then when you come down to the last 3, you get a half circle, okay? You can push it out. You have to just take the ball out of other people. You have to protect the ball. You can have body contact. Yeah, body contact is fine. Body contact is part of basketball, right? Body contact, yes. Okay, let's go. Okay? We're gonna see. You guys gonna have to watch whose balls is out, okay? Don't let your balls fall out. Okay? Let's go. We're gonna start in 3, okay? 1, 2, 3, let's go! Okay, let's go! We're going, okay, one out, okay, keep going, okay, one more out, okay, and one more, okay. That's a quick game.我们稍微是 final 3， 他们有奖品吗？他们都有奖品 ，OK， 你们要留下一下 ，OK。我们现在是最后3位，紧张吗？你觉得你会赢吗？觉得不会赢啊 ？Try your best。你觉得你会赢吗？你们3个都觉得不会赢，那你们为什么要我？所以奖品是什么？等下我们你赢了传 ，OK。还不是篮球 ，OK， 我们还没到那个 MBL， 所以你们要来支持一下 ，OK。也是好深的 ，OK， 这边出来也是好，这边出来也是好。一半也是半，3个人 ，OK， 来啊 ，1 2 3 let's go，OK， 冷静点啊，所以还是所以现在就剩你们2个 ，OK， this is the final round，let's go， 1 2 3 let's go， 还要 please 放一下，来。谁出来先？拖鞋出来先！你的头鞋在这边。恭喜，你是最后的赢家！来 ，let's go， 赢了。OK， 来，我们一起，谢谢你们出来参与我们的小公主们来献派发这个小礼物。你们要这是我们给我们的 champion，you are the champion。这个是李宁的 small bag， 你可以装你的老婆的东西，化妆品。Okay, but at the same time, you're going to go up. Okay, this is all the 谢谢你们举手，你们这是勇气可嘉，谢谢。你们等下如果你们不想粉红色的话，你们可以私底下讲几句话嘛 ，OK。谢谢你们一起来参与。本来要照片了，前面有照片了，我们纪念一下 ，OK。所以你们玩得开心，好玩吗？不好玩啊？好玩。Okay, thank you so much. 所以你们玩得开心，所以你们看得开心 ，OK。Thank you everyone for coming out in the world support the MBL once again. We go back to our MC. Right, thank you, Sam. What a great chat.
What you waiting for? Give 'em what they came for. This is what they came for. Long shot, but I got the reach. Pop lock, now I'm off the leash. Mic drop, I ain't gotta preach.
1-on-1, check ball.
You do know this is my house, right?
Yeah, it's my house too.
Take charge, no one can compete. I just do what comes natural. This is what they came for. preach.
One-on-one. Check ball.
You do know this is my house, right?
Yeah, it's my house too.
Take charge, no one can compete. I just do what comes natural. This is what they came for.
Thank you, Ben. Now we have Singapore Adroit Garcia with us. Garcia, you're down at the second quarter. It's amazing. Can you tell us how do you do it?
It's basketball. You just go for the rebound and dunk the ball. But forget that. We got to get back in the game.
All right. Your team is trailing by 16 marks right now. Any game plan moving forward?
Yeah, we just got to play better defense. It's our first time playing together, and we'll see the second half.
All right. Thank you. Good luck to you. Now, back to Ben.
Thanks very much there, Min, and we've got Dan Cahill right next to me, everyone. And interesting, the stats here that Dan, they're quite even in the rebounding department.
They are, but have a look at that three-point percentage for Singapore. 0 of 10.
That hurts.
It hurts a lot, especially when you turn the ball over 11 times as well.
Yeah, no. I mean, that has to hurt. That's not an exam mark that you want to get back, really. But you know what? They are rusty. It's very telling with the conditioning. And I mean, I've had the pleasure of commentating over these guys, for these guys on their games when they were playing predominantly in the ASEAN Basketball League, and they are not what they used to be. But that's what age does to you. They haven't played in a long time. Don't forget, Singapore was hit very hard with the pandemic in terms of the sporting scene over there. There was absolutely nothing. I think home training was even a bit of a challenge because that's how challenging the pandemic was there in Singapore over the last 2.5 years. But things are getting back to a level that you can go out, that you can compete again. So it's really just it's a win here, Dan, to have them back here in Malaysia competing against their neighborhood talent.
It's amazing, and for all teams that like the rest of the world have come out of a pandemic situation, trying to get their basketball or any sporting programs back on track, it's a challenge, and we're still seeing some of the effects of that, unfortunately.
It is, and that's very telling in the game right here with those three-point shots. But you know what? They're making a game of it. They're not giving up, and there's a stat here for call not NGU, call not giving up. That won't be. I'll give that 100% fully to the Adroit team right here. So those are the stats, everyone. And I mean, it is 49-33 here, Dan, at the moment. Do you see that Singapore have got a chance to at least make a run for it in the third quarter?
Of course they do. They've already gone quite deep into their bench, trying to find a system that works and a combination of players that work. Garcia's playing a hell of a game. He's banging as much as he can. He's on the verge of a double-double already.
Very much so. He is the bright spot for this team, but the question with a guy like him is, can he last the full 4 quarters? And there's only one of him, but let's see what they can come up with right here. Dasum has also had a very good game with 7 points, and he's shared the ball extremely well as well for the Johor team. Glass with 11 points, Garcia with 10, Jonathan Wong with 12. Not a super high scoring game, but okay, if you're hearing that supersonic noise right there, that's not a car alarm sound, that is the sound of the shot clock. And they've just fixed that right there. And sometimes that shot clock at Marbar Stadium, I think it's got a bird in it that's stuck there permanently that doesn't want to fly out, because it does happen from time to time here at Marbar Stadium. Driving, out. Chevin got a double team in front of him, but he'll go again. Fade away, misses. Johnny Wong with the rebound, secures the rebound. The big Chuck spin for the back turn and gets it in. Great spin move right there. The turn and the burn, Dan.
Yeah, he's not going to die wondering. He's really trying to take the game upon his own shoulders.
Goes at it, okay. And great to see that, Dan. I take that back, what I said to you off the court earlier. I mean, off the TV screen earlier, that there's not many national team guys here. Yek Liang Chuan, number 26 from Singapore, now on court. He is a prolific shooter, three-man, wingman. Again, he's a player not as fit as he used to be, but pandemic challenges. So great to see him on court. He hasn't played basketball for a long time. Once upon a time, he was a sure-in for the national team. There he is. He can hit threes, but not. He must have heard me.
Commentator curse.
That's right, the commentator's curse. Chuck. Ooh, almost stepped in for the steal. Mitchell's got a pass. Come on, Mitchell. Watch the shot clock, guys. Oh, is that a backcourt violation? No. Johnny attacks from the baseline and finishes with a lay.
And luckily get away with that. The swarming defensive pressure of Johor again.
Sometimes we say in Malaysia, just give chance lah, which means give your opponent a chance, you know. And Yek is also pretty good from the free throw stripe, but my God, this guy used to look like the Hulk and be an absolute muscle man. Look at him right now. He's really looking like he's really trying to regain his form and fitness, but he hasn't lost his touch right there from the stripe. But he is not looking as fit as he was once upon a time. I call him Yekity Yek. That's his nickname that I call him on TV. Very nice guy, very introverted, but big fans with a lot of good-looking ladies. So there used to be a lot of good-looking ladies that used to come up to Mama Stadium when he played and just wanted to take a photo with him. And he's just such a nice guy, why not? So I always call him the quiet ladies man. And he always laughed at me when I said that. But Chuck Garcia, can he be the man right now for the Singapore team? Out, drive, Johnny off the fake. Mitchell, shot clock violation. And that is rustiness right there.
And it's a pity because their spacing looks much better coming out of the halftime break. Getting some open looks.
Yeah, they are playing better. They are much better. I mean, Chuck is taking the bull by the horns, but you need some aspect of leadership. Yek, come on, Yekity Yek. What can you do? Jabbing, driving. Looks uncertain as he's trying to probe, but he goes forward in the lane. Oh, that's the Yekity Yek that I know.
Pity as a travel.
Oh, what? Anti-climax. Mr. Referee, you spoiled my highlight reel right there. The editor is crying right now because he cannot use that for the highlights reel for the Malaysian Basketball League Instagram page. Please press follow and like if our Instagram page is loaded with information. Our social media team doing a very good job there with schedules, game scores, play of the game, statistics, sound bites, and video reels as well. Off the glass and in. And that was good by the big Ung right there. Yek, oof, not fouled on the three-point line. Dan, that was a foul. Or was it not?
Well, it looked like it took away his landing space, so yeah, I'd like to see the replay. Potentially there's a foul on the shooter.
That's Ung Shin Yu. Very quick on the timeouts. Dan, have you ever seen that before? As many timeouts has been called like tonight?
Yeah, you do. And look, for mine, it does look like the Singapore team has come out of the break looking much more settled on both ends of the floor. They're spacing much better. They're getting better looks. Defensively, they're being a bit more disruptive. So it's time for Johor just to settle down just a little bit, because as you said before, third quarter is a premiership quarter at times.
Absolutely, and look at that, Dan. I didn't realize it until just then. It is a 10-point ball game. Well done to the Singapore Adroit team for trimming that Johor lead. I really hope the Malaysian complacency syndrome does not seep in right here for the Johor team. That is another syndrome that many Malaysian sporting teams suffer from. Look, Dan, I know you're laughing at me right now at how blunt I am, but I'm a commentator. I call it what it is. I'm never going to insult anybody and call them bad. I'll call them rusty, but I'm never going to insult anybody. But you know what? Really, because the reason these tournaments were designed were to give our local ecosystem players better competition. So you got to take advantage of this and really play hard and go for it. I mean, if you're just here to make up the numbers, as they say in Australia, pot hunting or trying to find a medal or whatever you want to call it, seriously, that's not really contributing to the high performance blueprint. Fires. Yes! Nothing but net by the little mighty mouse in the house, Lim Chi Wei.
He does not need much space at all.
Absolutely not. So, Garcia. Oh, let's look at the foul trouble here. Okay, Southern Tigers, there's a few players. Oh, there's a few players. No wonder there's a few players off court. They're in foul trouble. Posting up. Garcia. Stone. The ball knocked out of his hands. They gotta space the floor better from up top, and the pop is good. Right there by Dassum, who gets his 10th point of the game.
Yeah, great work finding the open man there, court vision. And a steal as well, working both ends of the floor.
Oh, and the bench disappointed that it wasn't an and one, but Mitchell Folkoff was using his rugby technique to really get back. Let's have a look at this again, Dan. Not quite. Chiwei with 11 points. Make that 12.
And suddenly from a 10-point game, goes out.
How would a player like this fare in the Australian system, like in the Australian D-League system, Dan? Because, obviously, Aussie guy's very big, average height about 6'3", 6'2". How would a guy like this who's crafty and quick, how would he fare?
Very well.
Yeah?
His court vision is spectacular. He knows how to make plays. He knows how to find open men. He'll do very well.
So smart basketball
Smart
IQ.
basketball, yeah.
Great to hear. Well, that's the dream for the Malaysian high performance blueprint. Hopefully some of our players can go overseas as imports, and that will be the turning of the guard right there. At the moment, we're still in the growing and developing stage. Folkoff with the pass. Oh, lost a hand. And he knows it right there, Mr. Hung Shin Yu. 5:48 to go. And let's take another breather. about to resume right here. It is 5:48 left in the third period. Dan, bit better by Singapore, but very inconsistent.
Yeah, it's a lot better by Singapore. They're still just trying to find what works for them offensively and what doesn't clearly work for them defensively.
Big Wongi with the big three-point shot right there from beyond the arc. And it's a 20-point lead officially. I don't think that scoreboard is very reflective of how this game, or how this quarter is. So at one point it was just a 10-point lead for the Johor team, but they're giving it a crack right there. Well done, Johnny Wong with the runner. Jonathan Wong. A lot of these guys were once upon, well, a few of these guys, not a lot of these guys, were once upon a time his teammates in the Johor team. Guys like Yek and Wong. With the ball, bounce. Wongi posting up, double team. Oh, calamitous dish right there. Mitchell got to take advantage. Here's John with the pull up for the triple. It's good. Or does it count? Hold on. Judging by that body reaction, it doesn't count.
That's the count for Adroit. Foul ball against number 36.
So 2-point counts, pushing foul on the rebound.
So the point does count, but it was a pushing foul, and it was a 2-point shot, not a 3-point shot. Looked at like 3 points in real time, and check that. Driving, bit of a sell right there. And he was our player of the first half, number 28 for the Johor team, Mr. Lee. Lee Kanjun. Inbound. Out. Fake. Step back. Dasum. No. Couldn't connect. Couldn't deposit from deep. Push shot was no good. Garcia. Great defensive rebound. Spacing it. Johnny. Corner. Corner pocket. Wong on the wing. Working on Dasum. Garcia, mid-range position, but he goes to the cup and one! That's what they needed right there!
Yeah, and letting Glass know all about it too.
The battle of the big men.
Yeah, just a strong move. Happy to put the ball on the floor. Do whatever it takes to get to the basket.
Making a run for it. If they can just keep, Dan, look, I mean, feel free to disagree, but I think if they can just make this a 10-point ball game for now, that's going to give them some confidence going into the fourth.
Of course, and they've already know they can do that. They got within 10 only at this, just a short time into this third quarter, so they can do it. But once they do, they just need to keep plugging away and bring that score a little bit closer. If they can get within the next 4 minutes, get into single figures heading to the fourth, they're a real chance.
Absolutely, and he's an ultimate entertainer here as well, Chuck Garcia. Couldn't put that one away. Tevin Glass working on Garcia with the jumper. Couldn't quite get it to go. Jonathan Wong with a dish to Garcia. Garcia! Boom, shakalaka! Flush it down, son!
And it's turnover as well.
What a moment right there. We love it here. Corner, triple on the way, no. Rebound. Singapore making, like I said, making a run for it. If they can get within 10 points, Mitchell Volkov tried to do a Euro step. Garcia again. 4-0 run by Singapore here, Dan.
Yeah, and we'll have a flop warning on Johor.
Drives and stops that run right there by Mr. Philippines. And the man from Bacolod, Cabanag. Mitchell, mid-range, couldn't get that to go. Tevin, Approach it from the wing. Tevin with the kick. Swing. Yek, swing. Asking for a backdoor cut. Goes for the 3. Misses that shot. Once upon a time, he would have put that away easily. Volkov. Garcia. Volkov's got to get in there. Spin. Too easy. There was a mismatch right there, Dan.
Yeah, but now they've got it back to 10 points. They need to get a stop here.
Confidence booster for the Singapore boys. Shiwei. Out. Whip. Looks. Miss. Off the shot. Turn around. Can't recover. Garcia got it. Lost it. And Singapore trying to stay with the Johor team from the baseline. Thinking about the reverse travel. Look like a travel. What do you think, Dan?
Yeah, possible, but it looks like, yeah, he's copped a knock to the head.
Went for the head first.
Number 7, 4, personal foul.
Wu Ching-de, this man right here broke Malaysian hearts in game 1 of the 2016 ABL finals in the deep corner. He shot a big 3 that gave the Singapore Slingers a 4-point victory over the Kuala Lumpur Dragons. And they took game 1, the Singapore Slingers, but the Dragons took game 2 and 3 to win the championship. Coach Ariel Vanguardia's first ABL championship before he left back to the Philippines, and after that in came a series of coaches for the Dragons, including Jamie Pullman, who did a very good job. Coach Jamie Pullman, if you're watching this, you owe me a lot of muesli bars. He used to give me muesli bars when he came to Maba, so I've been praising him a lot tonight. Pearls, send those muesli bars. Right here, I can give some to Dan as well, who we're not complaining about muesli bar right now.
Oh, I'm hungry.
Puts it away right there. It's Juni. Back on court. The screen to get some separation and puts that big bomb in to blow it up in the net.
Just like that, we've got single figures.
That's it. It just doesn't take long, does it? Premiership quarter indeed. Rise up and put it in. Must have heard us. So the Johor team back in front by 10, but Singapore will not give up. Oh, great put back and discipline right there by Nakib. Dasum, good, fine, reverse. Oh, couldn't finish right there. Good find in a feed, really. Out. A big shot here would change the game. But that is Johor ball.
It is, but I really like what I'm seeing from Singapore. They really are just trying to, bring much more pressure defensively, seem much more settled offensively, getting the ball through a lot of hands. Spacing looks good.
We hope they make a game of this because we want a close game, everyone. We are not bothered at all on who wins this game because we're the commentators. We just want to see a close basketball game as we did last night. Goes high arcing 3. Long stroke shot right there. This is Nakib Borhan. Young guy. I must admit, I haven't seen him at all. Launches it. Too much on that, but hey, a moral victory for Singapore, Dan, after that great performance in the third, even though they're down by
Yeah, look, Singapore has shown that they can go on runs.
Sorry, so my mistake with the scoreboard right there. The scoreboard just went lops there a little bit. They're not down by double digits, because I was about to say 66 to 58. Great job by them.
Fantastic job. Just as I said, they know how to go on runs. They've suddenly worked out what they need to do offensively. Looks like they've blown those cobwebs out now, so making a real game of it.
I do apologise everyone with the scoreboard consistency. Our scoreboards have been not quite consistent for this game. We do apologise about that, but that's on us. But staying positive to the basketball. I mean, Singapore, their impact players have had a great game. Look at that dunk. Like a warrior in the house, Dan.
Garcia's been great, hasn't he?
Absolutely.
Just hustling and making big plays, and exactly when they're needed.
And the major question is he fit enough to stay the full fourth quarter? Let's look at his numbers right there. Garcia, he's only got 2 fouls, so that's okay. 18 points though. He is the leading scorer in this game by quite a long shot. So we rely on him. But at the other side of the court, Dan, it's not prevalent in this play right here, but the Singapore team really need to protect the rim a lot more consistently.
They do, especially because they're making really good runs offensively. They need to start getting those important stops on defense.
So everybody, we've had 4 games so far in this tournament. Sorry, 3 games. We've had 3 games. We had 1 game last night. We've had 2 games today. And 1 game was a very, very close game. 1 game was a blowout victory by KL Asil. And this one, we thought it was going to be a blowout victory for one particular team there, Dan, but the boys in white will not go away.
No, they won't, and they've got a really good opportunity here to close the gap again because they've got possession first up.
They're looking. Desmond O, D-Glove, his nickname. And they're growing in confidence here, the Singapore team. Kevin Glass has got a body up on Garcia. He's a very strong player, Garcia. Don't want to let him get to the rim that easily to get those jams and rebounds, especially those defensive rebounds, because that's where they can be dangerous for the setup. Missed shot. They get it back. Van Wala kick. Wong trying to set a screen there. High arcing shot. It is good right here. And just like that, we have a 5-point game right here at Maba Stadium.
Yeah, we've got a game on our hands now.
And Yek says, Ben, get some lemonade because I want this game to be double digits again, but we don't want that. We want it to be close. So 69-61 is still a single-digit lead for the Johor team. Not a super high-scoring game, but let's look at this highlight right here. What a shot, Dan.
Yeah, lots of time and space there.
Good job right there by the D-Glove man. He's got a great basketball story. He had some adolescent challenges growing up, but he said basketball saved him. Joining a basketball club, learning how to play in a team. After that, he was a captain of that team. So he's a great success story of life in basketball. Oh, kick ball right there. Overtime, Dan? putting you on the spot there, mate.
As a basketball fan, I'd like to see it, but it's probably a bit early.
Yep. Oh, there's time. There's lots of time. Glass. A great D by Garcia. No foul. Garcia now playing facilitator. Great pass. Wong hit a big shot earlier. So moving it around the perimeter. Sets the screen right there. That's good show-hard defense there by the Johor team, Dan.
Yeah, they've been showing a lot of pressure defense all game. There's probably just a little bit too much body there, although made the most of it. Made sure the referee was aware there was contact.
Absolutely. Holding, driving. Garcia asking for it. It's like at the low post right there, or kind of at the low post right there, Dan. The battle of the big men.
Yeah, they're really trying to get that ball into Garcia and let him do his thing. So it'll be interesting to see what they come up with here with only 6 seconds left on the shot clock.
Garcia holding. He's going to release pretty soon.
Yeah.
He goes for it. He sells the foul.
Yeah, bailout foul there. Didn't need to foul. Only had a couple of seconds to shoot.
Personal foul. And Charles Garcia to the line for 2.
Smart move right there by Garcia. And the man from Southern LA corrected me when I said earlier from Los Angeles, because I'm from Southern LA, man. So he's a very proud Southern LA man. But he's a very, very friendly chap, very entertaining, and imports like these guys. Not only are they good to watch with their dunks and their defense, but great to learn from them, from their experience, because he's 34 years of age. He has a lot of experience to share, as does Tevin Glass. Looks like a frustrated figure right there, Dan.
Yeah, he hasn't had it all his own way like he had a big first half.
Personal foul. He will have a no strike with Tevin Glass.
65-69, I can't believe that. It's a 4-point game. At one point we were thinking, okay, shall we order takeout or no? But no, these guys have made us put the apps away and ensure that this game hopefully goes down to the wire, because last night's game was a treat between Pegasus and the Sunrise team.
And interestingly enough, both Garcia and Glass have secured double-doubles.
No surprise right there. With guys with size like that. Lost the handle, good steal. Glass in the lane, and one. He feels like Superman right now. He's feeling and oozing the confidence, Dan.
Yeah, Garcia one end of the floor, Glass on the other, making for a very entertaining game of basketball.
Number 2.
Still a lot of time left in this one. Garcia with 20 points. Can get 21 very shortly. But Tevin Glass, who's got the basket, he's in foul trouble. He's got 3 fouls, 14 points. But his opponent Garcia with 20 points. And puts that away. Because it was also technical to get the ball back. Back to an 8-point lead. They're trying to open it up again. Jonathan Wong hobbling there. It looks like he's rolled his ankle a little bit. It's not good to see. Glass. He's got Garcia in front of him. Decent pass. Yek. Glass. Trying to do a Euro. Nope. Good rebound by Johnny Wong. Really testing that ankle. But he is limping gingerly. Too much spark with that pass there, Dan.
Yeah, we can see what they were trying to do. Trying to get into the paint. See if we can get a kick out 3 or just a nice roll of the basket, but unfortunately a turnover.
Kick. Fires. Bang! Yakety yak. Is he back? Call the girls. Call the fans. Mr. Yakety Yak is back in business. Garcia. Oh, he's been a trash talk right there by the big Southern LA man.
So some talk between friends, I'm sure.
Well, Glass went to ETSU, which is Eastern Tennessee State University. So I'm not sure if he is from Tennessee. But sometimes America is such a large country, isn't it, with their rivalries over there. You never know with the collegiate rivalry.
They'd be recruited from all over the country.
I call America a planet. Such a big place. It's great for basketball, though. There's a machinery over there. Yak for another triple F effort. Couldn't get that to go. Johnny with the easy rebound. Brings it up. Being heavily guarded there by Chi-Wei. Oh, that was good defense by Chi-Wei, which led to that disruption. But they get it back. Garcia. Continuation. Tried to float it, but couldn't quite sink it. Good instincts. Glass should go for the pass. Wide open. No, he will drive. He will go with the... Oh! But Glass comes up with a follow and the putback slam.
I was wondering why that 3 was given up, but I'm sure glad it was.
It looked like a script. 67-78. Offensive foul.
Yeah, just didn't hold his screen for long enough.
Number 36. Personal foul. Substitution. Adroit.
Look at that there. There's nothing. The Glass with class.
Yeah, and he ran from outside the 3-point line to get that putback.
Why not? If you can do it all day if you have to. Dasum, Glass to the screen. Glass up top. Will he pop? Yes, he does. Not quite. 67-78. It is the Johor team that lead by 11, back to double digits right now. From that point of view, it's a bit disappointing there.
Yeah, Glass just asking whether his landing spot was taken away from him then. Just asking very politely.
Well, there's no such thing as private parking here. But Garcia knows all about that. He knows what the game is all about. He's a battler, he's a fighter, he's a spinner. Get that to go. And it is still good to be Singapore ball.
Yeah, he's just banging and banging. Doesn't give up on any plays. Garcia just keeps going.
He doesn't. I hope a lot of that rubs off on all his plays he's playing with. But the Singapore guys, in terms of attitude, they've always been pretty good. They never give up. I mean, even though they got their limitations, they just go for it. I really admire that about these Singapore basketball players over the years. They don't have a lot to select from. A country of 5 million people, and especially after high school, a lot of their male citizens have to go for national service, so they lose 2 years. So it's really hard. And they're up against a mindset in Singapore that a lot of the parents there want their child to be educated. The professional qualification of accounting, engineering, architecture, medicine. So basketball has very little time. That's why a guy out there called Wong Wei Long, who set up a basketball academy. He's a trained engineer, but he set up his own basketball academy. He's trying to change that mindset, which is great. So, and a lot of these Singapore guys played with Wong Wei Long. Very short point guard, about 5'6", but my God, could he hit those outside shots. He was a true engineer that way. He could engineer shots from the outside, from way outside the car park. So big shout out to Wong Wei Long. And Leon Kwek with a 3, miss. And a reset and try to go again. Yek was doing some sort of screen right there. He was just going for a walkabout. Gotta watch the shot clock. Glass up, and he's fouled just in the nick of time.
And what a pass.
It was
Glass,
a good pass.
Yeah, Glass made that cut perfectly.
Number 12. Second personal foul.
Look at this by Dasu.
Great court vision, wasn't it?
It was. Actually, he's one top quarterback there. Dasu, great vision, knows how to find his players. Is it just me, or is Glass looks like he's carrying a back injury? Just the way he's running. I know he's got a different running style, but it looks like he's in a bit of pain.
Well, maybe Garcia and Glass are quite sore. They've been going at each other for the best part of the whole game.
True that. Trying to shake their opponents. John with the floater. Couldn't get that to sink. Tap. They'll go again though. Wong from the wing. Yes! Nothing but outside net for not Jonathan Wong, the other Wong.
They're keeping it just close enough, aren't they?
Absolutely. 8-point game. Glass slips, but easy basket right there by Dasu, who scores his 12th point of the game. Tap. Singapore can't let the Johor guys blow up and open up a lead once again because they worked too hard for this. Spacing the floor. Oh, great dish, great dish. Oh! Team basketball right there. It's a great shame Glass couldn't finish it off right there.
And if he didn't have a sore back beforehand, he sure does now.
Wow, no, he's been taking that pain for the last 7 or 8 minutes.
Yeah. I think you're right, Ben. A fully healthy Glass would have gone up for the dunk, Ben.
Absolutely. He's still staying on the court. But Garcia is having a breather, so I think the Coach Chan of the Singapore Adroit team, I think he'll use him in his last couple of minutes. Oh, instant replay right here, Dan. I didn't think there was much in it. I mean, they didn't look anything intentional.
No, definitely not. Strong box out. It's just positioning.
No, it's just the way he landed on Chingda's hip, and then he crashed to the ground. What?
Yeah. Maybe just thought it to be a little bit careless. Probably referee thought maybe he could have done something a little bit different in that situation.
All right, look, I have made a rule to myself a very long time ago when I entered this business 10 years ago, never criticize the men and women with the whistle. But that was an interesting call, that's all I'm saying. And maybe, just maybe, I would have gone about it a different way.
And they didn't take long to make their decision on RS either.
No,
they had one quick look at it and said, no, that's unsportsmanlike.
They made up their mind, so. Yeah, and you know what? Refs are human. They are what they are. So, I always say this on air when I'm with any commentator, really, present company included. Then that it's a tough job. It's a really tough job, unpopular job. The winning team will always think you're the best referee in the world. The losing team will think you're the worst referee in the world.
I couldn't do it.
I did it for rugby, but with basketball, Glass with the basket. Trying to space it. They're down by 13 off the fake. Won't fake. Johnny Wong drives. Need a bit more mustard at the rim. Jonathan, that is so typical Jonathan Wong with that sarcasm right there. He's very, there's no filter with that guy.
I think he was just upset with himself for not making the basket after such a good move.
Look at this. High arcing shot. And then Yakety Yek drains that. Yek with another 3.7.
Yeah, they just can't seem to close the gap into, they get back to 9 and then it goes out a little bit more, back to 10, out a little bit more, and they're at 13. So they can make runs, but 3 minutes 40, it's a...
Well, look at that scoreboard, which our viewers can't see at the moment. Dan, 25-17. They outscored Johor in the third period. That third period was theirs.
Yeah, they came out of the half time. They made the necessary adjustments. They looked much more cohesive. Seemed to have sorted out their issues that they were having offensively.
I wouldn't discard them altogether just based on the scoreboard right here. They can go, if they can go on a 6-0 run at 76. Yeah, maybe. They've got time, but they've really got to get some consistent stops, Dan.
They do, and we've got Garcia on the bench at the moment.
Ooh, that's interesting. Goes with the triple, miss. That needed to go down. Glass with the rebound. Yek, good pass. That might be the lucky break that Singapore was looking for.
I'm not sure about this. I mean, Garcia has been dominant, especially since half time.
Wong with back turn, spin, not quite. Here comes Johor. Yek, he's shooting with confidence in the second half. And Glass is absolutely on fire at the moment. But as I say that, he lost the handle.
He's staying down this time.
Yeah, he looks hurt.
Yeah.
He looks really, really hurt. I think he should. Attacks again. Oh, great perseverance right there. And the bucket scored by Xin Yu. If I was Glass, I would take a breather. There's a lot of basketball in this tournament, my friend.
I think they're trying to get him out.
Good travel. And that sign of rustiness right there.
And now here he comes out.
I just realized that. Oops.
A little bit of a bloodied lip as well.
Yep, very much so. Driving on Volkov. Lost it, got it back. They're just quite keen to waste some time here, Johor. Not be too overzealous, adventurous, and ambitious. But good pressing D here by Singapore. That's a travel. Yeah, that's a fair call. I'll agree with that one. That is called, that's not a travel, that's a super travel.
Maybe not in the NBA.
Wongy. Oh, air ball. Keeps it in play. Oh, well done. To keep it in play and get the ball back. Wing. Fires. Short. So what Singapore can do for this game, they can just really use this as a building block to really build on their fitness and their progress really in this tournament.
Yeah, as you said, with a team that's just been put together, hasn't had a lot of time to build any sort of on-court, off-court cohesiveness. I think the second half especially has been a much more polished effort.
Definitely. And as you say that, your man Garcia coming on court and Glass. Man, this man does not know how to quit. I mean, I hope that back injury that he's carrying, I hope it doesn't have a long-term repercussion in this tournament. Because I think there is a rule, I'm not 100% sure, you are allowed to change your imports. Yes. I remember one tournament a couple of years ago. Just I think every team except the Matrix team did not change their import because they were playing without imports. But yeah, and that was a rule at that tournament that many people disputed. How could you just chop and change? But I've seen that happen with many Asian tournaments. Drives to the rim, open invitation and run to the rim. And he scores that right there, Cabana. And you would say Johor home, Dan?
Yeah, 15 points, minute and a half to go.
Goes for the launch of the triple, doesn't land down. Garcia. Ooh, Garcia, what you doing? And sticks it in right there.
A few more
Sorry.
Go
ahead. Sorry,
yeah, no, there's a few more rebounds for the stats.
Must have trying to rack up his stat count. As an import, you sell your stats, don't you? Glass with a step back, lost the handle. Turn around. Okay, now it's getting a bit. Both teams have set into a comfort zone. They said, "Yeah, this game is done. Let's not kill ourselves. There's a lot of basketball in this tournament, so don't forget there's no basketball this Saturday, everyone, because of the 15th general election. So for those of you going back home, please travel safe." And then we will have 3 games tomorrow night at 4, 6, and 8. And then 2 games on Sunday night at 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock. And then we'll have 1 game on Monday night at 8 o'clock, and that will end the KL leg. And then everything starts again on Thursday. Glass. That's another shot right there. I think he wants to play with the game, mate.
Are you going to give me a chance to win my fried rice back?
Yeah, you can win your fried rice back. Come on, mate.
Yeah, Tevin Glass for me.
Tevin Glass, all right. So you do realize if you win, we're back to 0, right?
Yep.
Okay.
That's fair.
I want 2 fried rice. I'm greedy. I'm a typical Malaysian. I love my rice.
Who are you taking?
I'll go. If you got Glass. Hold on.
Garcia in the losing side?
No, definitely play from the winning team. I would say they would give it to number 28, who is Lee Kong Jun, who was the best player of the first half. I think you might win your rice back, brother. So final score right here, it was a blowout victory for the Southern Tigers, 89-74. But Dan, as you said many times in the game, don't let that scoreboard fool you. Singapore, with very, very challenging circumstances, played quite well.
Especially in the second half, Ben. They're dangerous. They've shown that their best is good, and they can close gaps with big scores. They can go on very dangerous runs. If they got a couple more stops when they got that game back to 9 points, it could have been a very different outcome.
I think you won your fried rice back, mate, because here we are back to 0-0. It is Tevin Glass who is the player of the game, and I must give him full credit because he looked like he was playing with an injury. I'm going to ask him a bit later and report back to all our audience tomorrow night. Did he play with a bit of a back spasm injury? Because it looked like he was in real pain. But you know what? Sometimes the ends justify the means. And if you're going home with Player of the Game award, it is pretty good. So over to our courtside reporter, MC Sam, who's with Tevin Glass.
So right here we have Tevin Glass from Johor Southern Tiger, the player of the game. You scored 22 points in the game and you barely rested. You played like 37 minutes throughout the game. What do you think of the aggressiveness on the court, especially the dominate the paint and the battle with obviously Garcia?
It was a tough game. I had to stay aggressive the whole game, and they was playing kind of rough and roughing me up, but it's all good. I love playing like that. So I got to my spots, made my shots, and I missed a few. My teammates helped me out with a lot of buckets as well. So all together, we played great as a team, and we came together with the win.
What do you think your team should be improving for the next game?
Say that again?
What do you think your team should be improved for the next game?
Next game, we just got to finish those easy baskets inside. We missed a few layups that we should have made. And all together, just stay close as a team and keep playing that team defense that we was playing and keep running. Because we got a quick team, quick young team, so we just got to keep running and using our quickness.
Okay, thank you very much, Tevin Glass. Thank you. I will play you off the game.
Congratulations, Tevin Glass. Because of you, I'm going to be hungry tonight. No, I'm just kidding. Well done to Tevin Glass for getting the player of the game. He played outstandingly well, as did Johor, and Singapore really, really made an effort out of it. But Dan, break the numbers down.
Yeah, Singapore just couldn't get going from the three-point line all night. I think at a half they were 0 of 10. They finished 3 of 21. that's going to make it, really, really tough. Interestingly enough, they won the rebound count. 17 more rebounds than the Johor side, but just too many turnovers. And look at our stats here. Those points from those 13 turnovers for Johor was 26 points off of those turnovers.
And I mean, I will admit Johor played okay, but they didn't do anything. They weren't anything amazing. With 13 turnovers, they'd be really concerned about that one. That's not a healthy turnover stat to have. And we talked about that in all our games that we did together, Dan. You got to protect the ball better.
Yeah, if you're seeing plus 15 turnovers, that's a lot. So yeah, look after the ball. But plus 17 rebounds, that's effort. It takes a lot of effort just to crash the boards consistently throughout the game. I mean, Garcia had 14 rebounds on his own. They had 22 offensive rebounds. Garcia with a big double-double for Singapore. So they're going to be a really dangerous team in this tournament.
Well, let's see how Singapore evolved during this tournament. And I think that is the key word here for this tournament, evolution. From the start of the tournament right to the very end. Don't forget, we are here until the 18th of December. So there's going to be a lot of basketball left to be played. 6 teams in this competition. And we've seen Adroit play, we've seen Johor play, we've seen KL Asil play, and we've seen Penang play. We haven't seen the Matrix team play as yet. And there's another team there as well. So that's all for tonight's game, everyone. On behalf of myself, Ben Ibrahim, and Min, our courtside reporter, and also Daniel Cahill making his Malaysian debutante for analyst commentator tonight. Dan, a very, very good job indeed. Any parting thoughts you have for our digital audience before we go back?
No, just make sure you go online, you watch the games, because it's going to be a very exciting competition. There's some very good teams.
All right, everybody, that is the final score right here. Johor Southern Tigers 89, Singapore Adroit 74. Have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow at 4 o'clock for the Major Basketball League. Take care.
One-on-one. Check ball.
You do know this is my house, right?
Yeah, it's my house too.